Okay, so welcome to part 3 of chapter 1's PowerPoint lecture. This is the final part, and it's not very long, so that's the good news. All right, so we have just finished doing our accounting equation, putting those transactions into the accounting equation, and we ended up with our final accounting equation where we could tell exactly how much we had in cash and in supplies and everything else. Now I want to focus on this owner's equity section. We can see which accounts are owner's equity accounts. We can see that they are capital, drawing, fees earned, and all of the expenses. Now we're going to talk about how each of those affect owner's equity. And we've already done this because as we were putting them in, we noted how it affected owner's equity. For example, we noted that if Chris Clark put personal money, that is an investment into his business, that increased owner's equity because we put it in as a plus. When Chris Clark withdrew money, that decreased it. When the company earned revenue by providing services, that increased owner's equity. And that's what revenues do. And all of the expenses reduced owner's equity, and that's why we put them in as negatives. So I want you to take a look at this, and it summarizes the effect of those transactions on owner's equity. Owner investments, which went to the capital account, increased it. Owner's withdrawals decreased it. Revenues increased it, and expenses decreased it. And I want to add in a little bit. When we look at the net of revenues and expenses, in other words, total revenues minus total expenses, that gives us our net income if that number is positive. And if we had more expenses than revenues, it gives us a net loss. So we can look at this netted together as net income. All right, let's talk about financial statements. So this is slide number 44. Our financial statements are really our whole goal in accounting because we want to keep up with all of the transactions, and then we want to have a way to summarize it and give it to our users. We do that primarily through financial statements. So financial statements are the information that we provide that tells how our company is doing. All right, so what are they? Here they are. Income statement, statement of owner's equity, balance sheet, and statement of cash flows. I do want you to memorize this, and the way that I teach to memorize it is I eat bread crumbs. I for income statement, eat for equity, statement of owner's equity, bread for balance sheet, and crumbs for cash flows. So income statement, equity, balance sheet, cash flows. All right, so what are these? Well, the income statement summarizes revenues minus expenses. So that's your net income. Statement of owner's equity summarizes all the changes that happened to owner's equity during that period of time. Balance sheet is going to be a list of all the assets, liabilities, and owner's equity as of a specific date. This one can get confusing because see how it says owner's equity? It is just going to be the balance in owner's equity. We're not going to list out all the revenues, expenses, and everything else that goes under owner's equity because we do that separately in different statements. So on the balance sheet, when we say we show owner's equity, it's just the ending balance of the total of owner's equity. So stay tuned to watch out for that when we look at it in a minute. And the statement of cash flows, which we're going to focus more on in accounting too, but we will present it here just so that you know it is the fourth and final financial statement. And it's going to show us all the inflows to cash and all the outflows to cash for a specific period of time. All right, let's break it down a little bit further. Income statement. So this is going to be where we show all of our revenue. So we'll list out our revenue accounts. Then we subtract out all of our expenses. And if we had income, it'll be called net income. And if we have a loss, it'll be called a net loss. So let's look at what it would look like. If we are given our revenue account as fees earned, and these are our expense accounts, then we can figure out net income and present it on an income statement. We're just going to take these amounts given and list them as revenues minus each of the expenses. So revenues are here. Then we list out all of our expenses, and we do have to list them out separately to give that information to our user. Then we can get a total expense and then say revenue minus total expense gives you net income. All right, let's talk about these underlines and double underlines and these different columns in accounting. So in accounting, in a report, the column out to the right are totals, and anytime you have a column to the left, those are for subtotaling. So because we had more than one expense, we put them in the left column and then put the total of that to the right, just so that it's easier to read. So this is the income statement. What you need to memorize is that it is revenues minus expenses equals net income. Statement of owner's equity. This is where we're going to report all the changes to the owner's equity account. So you're given some information and we're going to put it into this financial statement. And you will need to memorize this formula. So it is beginning capital. So we give the name of the owner and the capital and the beginning of the year date for beginning capital. And they have to give you that number. And then if the owner made any additional investments during the period that you're talking about, for this it's during the year, then you will add it. Then you will add the net income. If that were a net loss, it'd be subtracted. And then you subtract out withdrawals. Increase in owner's equity, that is giving you what happened during the period. So without thinking about what we started with, what is the net of what happened during the period? So we net these numbers together and we get $75,550. And then to get to ending capital, it's what you started with, what you added during the period to equal our ending owner's equity. Now, we do use the word owner's equity and capital interchangeably. So we're going to call this the statement of owner's equity, but we can also call this ending capital. And so you'll get used to that after a while, but it can be confusing at first. But owner's equity and capital are interchangeable words that we use in accounting. All right, let's look at the balance sheet. So the balance sheet is a listing of all the assets, liabilities, and owner's equity, which is just that ending capital number that came from our owner's equity for this number right here. So you're given some numbers. We're just going to plug it into the statement. And when we do, it looks like this. We list out all of our assets and their balances. Get to total assets. List out all of our liabilities and its balance. Then owner's equity. Notice that we just picked up the ending owner's equity number. We get that from our statement of owner's equity. So remember I said you're not going to list out all of the accounts for owner's equity. You just put its ending total balance. So I'm going to pop up to statement of owner's equity and let you see where this $155,550 came from. It comes from right there. So that number flows to your balance sheet right there, ending capital. That's why we have to do it in this order. We need net income from the income statement. I'm going to pop up there so you can see it. We need that number to show up on our statement of owner's equity right there. And then we need this number to flow to our balance sheet right there. That's why we have to do it in the order of I eat breadcrumbs. All right, statement of cash flows we're not going to spend much time on. I am going to show it to you. But this is going to summarize the change in cash. If you started the year with $10 and you ended with $5 in your wallet, then a lot probably happened to your cash during the year. Might have gone up by $5,000, gone down by $4,000, gone up by 10, go down. All these things happen to your cash. And this is what summarizes. So this particular company started with cash of $72,050 and they ended with cash of $53,050. And so these summarize the changes in their cash. So they brought in cash from customers of $251,000. They paid out cash for expenses of this amount. So that was their net change for operating activities. Then they had a cash payment of land. Then they had the owner put in an investment of $50,000. The owner withdrew this amount. And so we categorize it into these three activities. They're actually called operating, investing, and financing, but you don't have to memorize that yet because we're going to cover it in accounting too. But I just want you to know that the statement of cash flows categorizes all the changes in cash. All right, so let's look at an example of our financial statements. So Net Solutions has our four main financial statements. Here's the income, and you can see it's revenues minus expenses, net income. Then we have statement of owner's equity. Remember, we had to get the net income because it belongs right here. Beginning capital plus owner investments plus net income minus withdrawals tells you how much it changed. Ending capital is, we started with nothing, we had an increase of $26,050, so it comes there. The balance sheet, list out our assets, list out our liabilities. Owner's equity, remember, comes from the statement of owner's equity. And then our statement of cash flows. And that cash balance we get from our balance sheet. So we started with nothing because it was a brand new company, and our ending cash balance is that number right there. All right, sometimes you'll see the balance sheet, instead of it being all the assets on the left and the liabilities and owner's equity on the right, as we presented it, let's see right here. See how our assets were on the left and our liabilities and owner's equity were on the right, so that we can easily see that we're in balance. Assets equal liabilities plus owner's equity. Sometimes we present it like that, but other times a company may use the report form of the balance sheet, which just means that it's all up and down. Assets, liabilities, owner's equity. But it's still assets equal liabilities plus owner's equity. So your total assets number has to be the same as your total liabilities and owner's equity. Okay, so what I want you to know for this is what belongs on each financial statement for I Eat Breadcrumbs, what goes on each, and also be able to describe that summary of the changes in owner's equity. That's that first slide that we started off with. Make sure that you can answer questions about what changes the owner's equity. For example, let me find it right here, it is. Then an owner investment makes it go up, owner's withdrawals make it go down, revenues make it go up, expenses make it go down, and make sure that you know that net income is revenues minus expenses. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.